Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. NatJamMedia here, and welcome to another SpongeBob review. Today we're reviewing the Claymation Christmas special. It's a SpongeBob Christmas.
This is the first time I've seen this special.
This is like the fourth time I've seen it.
And it's from season
8.
Season 8?
We've hidden the episode's title card somewhere.
Yes, we have.
In the video.
And even though you can't see us, we're wearing our Santa hats.
Yep.
You have to trust us. If you are a fan of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which is probably the first claymation thing I ever saw when I was a kid, you'll appreciate the beginning of this because there's an homage paid to the postman in that special.
I thought that first scene was pretty good, but then the second one where they crash, the third one where they're at a campfire, and the fourth one where they're at the North Pole, they weren't really that funny.
But I actually enjoyed him, though. This is the first time that I didn't mind Patchy being in an episode because it wasn't really Patchy. It was the claymation version of Patchy. He was playing the role that Fred Astaire played in the original Santa Claus Was Coming to Town. Although in that, little spoiler, in that episode, Fred Astaire was actually a postman. In this episode, Patchy may not actually be a postman. Plankton wants to ruin everybody's Christmas. So he creates this fruitcake that has a secret element in it that makes everybody jerks.
Jerktonium.
Which apparently SpongeBob's immune to.
Because he's a sponge.
Because he's a sponge and because his heart is pure. Everybody in Bikini Bottom has from the sponge cake and everybody started acting like jerks.
But Plankton also made this robot version of SpongeBob.
To wreak havoc.
And everyone thinks that it's the real SpongeBob, even though this metallic SpongeBob looks completely different.
It's about 10 times bigger. SpongeBob logic, you know. There are several little skits where Patrick wants to capture Santa Claus so that he can make it Christmas every day of the year, which is quite funny. So it is a musical episode in parts, and I like that. I like the music very much. Some very cool claymation animation tricks.
Yep. I will say one thing about the plot that kind of confuses me a little. Santa's like, SpongeBob, you've been the naughtiest of them all. You're causing havoc over there. The episode begins with a song saying that Santa has his eye on you. If Santa has his eye on you always, then wouldn't you have seen Plankton go over his plan?
Exactly. Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird plot hole. It's weird to start the episode with a song that's all about the fact that Santa's watching you.
And you actually see Santa watching everybody.
Yeah, including Plankton at one point.
Yeah.
I also like how this episode uses snowflakes as a transition rather than the bubbles that they usually use.
Oh, yeah.
As well as they use coal at one point. So, yeah, and just in general, it's a pretty charming episode.
Absolutely.
This episode is a decently enjoyable one.
Well, that would make a great T-shirt. Decently enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a green. I like it.
I'm gonna give it a great, just for the Santa Claus is Coming to Town references, because that was my favorite Christmas special when I was a kid. That hit me in the right spot.
This episode gets the NatJamMedia seal of approval.
Yes.
Did you find the secretly hidden title card?
So from NatJamMedia, we hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas.
And we also like to say that this is the final SpongeBob review of Volume 2. Volume 3 is going to be beginning sometime next year. So there's going to be a bit of a break in the SpongeBob reviews.
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
And if you're wondering when Let's Plays are going to be returning to the channel, well, guess what? It's going to be a SpongeBob game, so the SpongeBob channel. I scheduled all these Let's Plays before we started doing these reviews, so I'm sorry.
All SpongeBob all the time.